So I'm like, wow. I'm like, this is kind of convenient. Like how like right after I tell you I can't do something that y'all want me to do with y'all, now all of a sudden I'm getting I'm getting a mediocre review for this when y'all was just loving me a few weeks, like a little short period of time ago. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to us about the Hip Hop Game weekly journals.
Oh man, that HipHopGame, man. Shout out to my bro Brian. You know what I mean? 7:30. We ain't talking about. I gotta hit my bro up, man. But yeah, like he was one of my first like heavy supporters, like from like the media space. And he used to always, I guess he saw qualities that I didn't know I had at the time. I guess he saw my personality and the way that we spoke. Cause people, like, it was always a thing with me. People heard the music and just thought I was just some like barbarian or something. Like a lot of that shit is tongue in cheek. Like a lot of like like shit is real. Like, but a lot of this shit is tongue in cheek. It's humorous. I'm a funny guy. You know what I'm saying? And that and Brian realized my personality and helped me bring this shit out on the internet in ways beyond the music because at that time we just doing the music shit. You know what I'm saying? And he realized that the personality goes a long way and people needed to hear more of that. So we used to always, what happened was he had the HipHopGame site, and it was a very popular site at the time. It was one of the premier sites in hip hop at the time. And our interviews used to go dumb on the site because I would just be talking, and this is, I ain't gonna lie, I was drinking a lot more at the time, so the interviews was a lot. Like you see, I'm a lot more restrained and chill now. You know what I mean? So there's a little more, there's a little more reckless, at the time. So like I would tell these stories again. I would go up there and tell these stories, and people would just go, and they would be one of the highest viewed portions of the site. So we started doing the journal. I was doing one. I think Skyzoo was doing one. Yeah, so we did a journal for like a few years, man. I did it was a weekly journal for a few years. And
It's like an editorial column, basically, right?
yeah, it was an editorial slash journal. I just spoke on shit that was happening currently and giving my opinion on shit and just, you know, drunken banter. I have a lot of it compiled in that book. You know what I'm saying? You know, but yeah. So that was, we were doing the journal for a few years, man. It was super popular. It showed another side of my personality, like people didn't realize that, the humorous side of the guy from Brooklyn or whatever have you. Like
A
you
lot of
kind of
gritty
like how,
street humor.
right, kind of like Sean P. Like think like I come from the same class. Well, I come from the I studied my bro. Like I mean, I'm always big me, but I mean like you realize like there was a very humorous side once you got to know him. You realize that okay, yeah, he's definitely like that and definitely a thorough individual, but this shit is jokes. This shit is tongue in cheek. This shit is humor. Like this shit is so that journal showed like that kind of helped me show that side. You know what I'm saying? Like just the more humorous because literally this shit is all jokes to me any fucking way. You know what I mean? But yeah, the journals helped me out a lot, man. I got a lot of traction off the journals. That shit kept shit flowing. And that shit, I guess that was kind of like the first foray into the content world, you know what I'm saying? Before, you
That's
know
what
what I
I was
mean?
gonna say though. It's like, bro, don't you realize that like you are early all the time for a lot of shit, and like people don't recognize that
You
about
wanna
you. They don't give you
you
your
you go down the
credit.
list. I'm ready for everything.
I know. So what I'm saying though is like, damn, like, do you look back and like wish that you had kept doing that or like,
I mean,
changed and went a different route with it so that you would be somewhere else today? I don't know.
could have, would have, should have, man. Like if it was a split, we'd be all fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at it like that. I live my life. I live my life, man, and I live my life like a graph writer, bro. Like you see a nigga up, you don't know how he got there, but you know he did. You know what I mean? Like everything is not, everything doesn't have to be put on a platter for you to consume. Sometimes you got to dig and search and be like, oh damn, this rabbit hole, like this story just keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. So it's like whatever, man. Like but so like I can't complain of what I did before and why it's not all compiled now, because honestly, at that time that wasn't the case. Like I said, we were early. So,
Right.
obviously if I was aware that everything now was content and your own personal content base, shit, I'd have the biggest fucking like I'd have so much, you know what I'm saying? Like whether it be from the battle rap shit to the music shit, to everything else. But it is what it is. Like I'm not, it is what it is, man. Like I'm an artist. I'm gonna keep creating this shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, but what are you gonna do with what you have now? Like I'm still active. I'm still able to do things. I'm still able
Right.
to make an impact. So, we could have, would have, should have, anything, son. You know what I mean? If I'd have bought that lotto ticket earlier, you know what I'm saying? I might have been able to fly first class tomorrow. You see what I'm saying?
Was there a reason why you stopped doing the column?
I don't rem- I think it was more of the website. I don't think it was like, because me and Brian were good, but the website was, the website wasn't being kept up how it should have been, and it went from being a premier website to like just being like someone had bought the site from who had initially bought it, who initially owned it, and then everything went left from there. So they
Got
lost
you.
mad traffic, and it just didn't make sense to continue on with them in that fashion.
Mm-hmm.
So it just kind of fizzled out. I mean, I stayed in contact with Brian. He went and did another site, wegoingin.com, and he wrote a series of books. So I still rocked with him. But as far as the site, it kind of just, when they sold the site, it kind of went to shit. So we just kind of let it fizzle out. Could have took it elsewhere. I had an opportunity at the height of the journal. HipHopDX had approached me. They wanted me to take the journal to HipHopDX. And then I had because I'm a loyal dude, I refused. Oh, this is some funny shit. Here's some funny shit. And wow, you see, these questions are unlock memories. See, that's what I'm saying. These questions are good. I was doing a journal. Journals were going very well. I got approached by somebody from HipHopDX, which was another premier site at the time. And this is like the blog era. This one, everything was on the site and shit. You know what I'm saying? I got approached by HipHopDX to bring the journals over there. Yo, we like what you're doing. Yo, bring this shit over here. We more popping. Come to Death Row. You know what I'm saying? One of them, like, fuck with us. And I was like, and I told him, I'm like, nah. I said, because the whole idea of that was Brian telling me this and us coming up with it together. So for me to just be like, all right, let me go over here and do that at another site, when he over here, that shit is, even though it's my thoughts and my words and shit, we come up with that together. He asked me the questions. It's our synergy back and forth talking shit. It's like that was us together. So like for me to take that and go to HipHopDX, when this guy's still over here, I was like, nah. So I opted out. I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. I said, we could do something else in in a similar fashion, but it doesn't have to be the exact same thing. But when I said no, they were like, all right, they were like, all right, bet. And I think they felt some kind of way. So all right, I'm gonna tell you why. So after I declined this shit, I dropped an album. This is like '09. I dropped the Money Shot album in '09. And then they reviewed this shit, and then they gave my shit like uh like like I reviewed.
Oh,
But the funny shit was, everything that was said in the review was favorable. Like they wasn't glazing me or nothing, but they was giving but everything, like, I just say the words in the review in the actual rating did not correlate. So I'm looking at this shit and I'm like, oh, so now I don't want to fuck with y'all. So now y'all gonna give me a trash review for this trash rating, because the review was okay. The rating was trash. Like the rating was okay. Like it was not good. It was alright. You know what I mean? So I'm like, wow. I'm like, this is kind of convenient. Like how like right after I tell you I can't do something that y'all want me to do with y'all, now all of a sudden I'm getting I'm getting a mediocre review for this shit when y'all was just loving me a few weeks, like, a little short period of time ago. You know what I'm saying? So that was
damn.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's a part of the fucking game, bro. I'm still
That's
here, son. I ain't got to drop a
that's
Hail Mary again. I'm
crazy.
still here, bro. I'm good. Like, you heard me? That's just another branch off into, you know what I'm saying? It's just a
Right.
tidbit of history, bro. You know what I mean? That shit ain't stopped nothing.